All right, we're live.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Chana's having technical difficulties. We got Ealan in the house again. Good to have him. Let me check with Chana. Oh, he said his internet just went down, so he may pop in here shortly. Joe is with his family at Disneyland.
Yes.
Look
So
at
I'm
there,
gonna
man.
have to mute myself once in a while here because it's pretty loud.
Yeah, he's got the green screen going on there to make it seem like he's there in person.
You want to say hi?
How are you, girl?
My mom and my sister are here too.
Yeah, hi. How are y'all? Super cool, man. They're eating dinner. So hope you guys are having a good week. So we don't have formal introductions. Nobody can do it as good as Chana D. So hopefully he'll join us here shortly. But how you guys' week been?
Good. It's been actually pretty good.
So Joe is not going to be able to hear a lot of what we're saying. He's trying to get as close as he can. His earbuds aren't working for some reason.
Yeah, I came unprepared because I actually brought a mic. You know, I had some IEMs and forgot.
He forgot the cable.
I tried to find one. I don't have one.
Too funny, man. Too
Make it
funny.
I'll find a quieter place. I'll probably move around somewhere quieter so I can hear you guys.
So, Ealan, it's been a few months since we've had you on the show.
Well,
what have you been up to?
Well, I mean, I was where Joe is right now, just a week ago. No,
nice.
Last Wednesday and Thursday. We did Disneyland Wednesday and California Adventure Thursday. But we spent a week in Southern California.
Okay.
Just hitting all the good spots for the kiddos.
Now, what is California Adventures? Is that like a roller coaster park kind of thing?
Yeah, it's basically like somewhat of a more adult version of Disneyland. I mean, it's still Disneyland. It's just right.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, they actually serve beer in California Adventure, and they don't in Disneyland.
I got you.
But yeah, they actually have like a legit roller coaster, whereas Disneyland does not. They just have rides and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Well, oh, there were two techno dads for a second.
He was like, "What's the operation going on here?"
Yeah, it's crazy. The internet like literally went out like at 3:59. Yeah, so I joined in with my phone just now, and then I just realized that the internet's back up. So you know, here in Mammoth, we got a little bit of wind. So then electricity, internet, yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then just wait until summer happens, and then it's fire season. So like when the winds pick up, Edison's just like, well, we don't want to be in charge for anybody's house burning down, so we're just going to shut off the power because it's windy, and we don't want to pay to upgrade our equipment around here. So it's a big old mess. It's a mess. Anyway, what's up, Ealan? What's going on, buddy?
Hey, man. Hey, I'm living in your same boat. It's the same thing that happens up here in Northern California. That they shut us off the power. Although the new house that we're getting built, that should be done, end of summer, beginning of fall.
Nice.
We're actually going off grid, just completely off grid. So we've never done that before. It's kind of scary because we're going to have to do it basically DIY because the quote that we got from the builders that are building our house, they work with a solar guy.
Okay.
And his quote was like $95,000 to put a solar, like a off-grid solar system in. So we're like, no.
So that's like the panels and like a battery backup kind of thing.
Yes.
Got it.
All that stuff, yeah. And processors and all that stuff. So yeah, we've been researching that a lot, and there actually are some really good off-grid systems that you can get because they must charge an arm and a leg for labor, because when we priced out just the equipment, it was like less than half of what the dude quoted us. So we're like, are you basically doubling your price because of your knowledge and your labor costs? So,
or just because they can, or is it just because they can?
Right. So it was pretty ridiculous. So, yeah, that's going to be a new adventure because I've never lived off grid before. So,
Right.
I'm already a little anxious or like kind of OCD about having lights on when there's like nobody in a particular room.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if this is just going to amp up my anxiety when it
Right.
comes to using
No,
electricity.
probably not, dude. Probably
No.
not. My mom leaves all her shit on. Her whole house is lit up at night, and because it's free, and then she gets like 300 to 500 from Edison a month for whatever electricity she generates or her house generates, and then they put onto the grid. So I think you just be like, it's just one less thing to worry about. When you have solar, it's just one less thing to worry about. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, because it's kind of out in the country, so we've also got it's on a well and it's on a septic tank, so we're like completely off grid,
like disconnected from everything else, kind of.
Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty sweet.
Interesting.
Although internet is not that great. So.
That's the one thing.
Something we'll have to look into.
Right.
Here, when we moved into here to Mammoth, like it was like 5 megabits per second download. That was like the fastest you could get.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty horrible. And then like a year before I started my YouTube channel, so 2015, they installed the digital 395. That's the main highway is the 395, which goes all the way from here to like San Diego and keeps going up. Anyway, so we got fiber installed. So now we're like 1,000 down, 30 up. I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool.
Yeah, I just upgraded last week from 500 to 1,000. So 1 gig
you got
down,
1,000 upload.
Damn.
Yeah. See, that's the upload that really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great for like playing video games. Playing that Call of Duty online.
Yeah.
I've been doing what is it? The Last of Us.
Oh, Last of Us.
Yeah, I've been getting into these zombie games, man. They're a little freaky.
You getting ready for the apocalypse, Mike?
I don't know, man, but it's pretty wild. I'm playing the original version, but I already bought the Last of Us 2.
Oh, okay.
It's just a cool story, man. Yeah. Definitely really cool.
I remember I got it only because it was like one of the first games doing 4K HDR and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
you would.
Yeah, I would. I would. I bought a lot of things I don't need for this damn YouTube channel. I was just thinking about it because I'm making a Zapidi video. And so like the first Zapidi video, Zapidi sent me the device, the 4K HDR, and then Seagate sent me the hard drives. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to be like, oh, well, here's my collection of movies, like 5 movies. So I went and spent like a couple grand on movies. I was just like, oh, there we go. I got like 200.
That'll suffice.
Yeah, that would be okay. It'll make the video look better. The picture wall will look nice and populated when I play the video. So yeah, I bought a lot of things I don't really need, especially for this channel. But hey, it's actually pretty cool.
Sorry, this guy just proposed to this girl right here.
Oh, very cool.
Right there.
Look at that.
Anyway.
So,
nice.
so how many so you should just do a Disneyland live stream, Joe, like the whole day. And go on the rides. You get a mount,
All right, guys. Here, I don't know anything about this. So
you're in the Star Wars area, right?
Clearly. Yeah. Whatever.
The Millennium Falcon right there.
Angela, right. All the names. I don't know any of this stuff. I just drive.
Well,
I'm sure the girls having a good
being there then.
yeah. I think the girls probably having a good time though.
Yeah,
I think I saw some pictures from
my wife and even my older kids. They love Disney World.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it. I'd rather go to like.
Because you got to spend a lot of money, Mike. Of course you don't like it.
No, it has nothing to do with that. I don't mind spending money. I don't spend money on myself. I will spend every dime on my girls, on my son, my daughter, my wife. That doesn't matter. It's me that I struggle with spending money for.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. Like if Jessica said, hey, can I spend $3,000? I'd say, go for it. I don't care. But for me to spend, like when I had to buy a $2,500 computer and when I dropped $5,000 on my camera, dude, I can't tell you how many days and weeks that stuff was sitting in my cart. just looking at it going,
Yeah.
I really want to drop $5,000.
Was it in your cart that long because you wanted them to email you, be like, hey, did you forget something? By the way, here's a 10% off coupon. Because they do that sometimes.
No, but I was just like, golly, but I struggle with that. So I'm okay with spending money like on my family.
Yeah.
We're going on a cruise I guess in about 3 weeks. So we're heading down to St. Thomas and St. Martin. We've never been there.
Yeah. Oh, cool, man.
So that's going to be fun. And so we've always been pretty cheap on the room. And a lot of times we'll get 3-4 day cruises for literally like $200 a piece, sometimes $250 a piece.
Is it who's going? Is everybody going?
Heck no, man. It's me and my wife.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's just you two. I'm like about to say, like, dude, that's multiply that by how many kids you got.
We did that one year, and again, we spent $200. So it was like $1,200 for the whole family to go. So it was super good because we got 6 in our family. But we're gonna go down there, and so this time we were talking about my son just got back from a short 3-day cruise, and they paid the extra to get literally like I guess a window. And I always kind of envisioned a porthole.
And it's not a huge window. It's not a huge window either.
Well, no, theirs was.
Oh, really?
It was crazy. It was like, I don't know, it's probably at least 6-7 foot wide and tall.
Damn. Oh, yeah.
You can't open it, of course, but I'm like, really? They got that on there? And he's like, yeah, Dad, it was so awesome. I mean, imagine
upgrade, bro. Got upgrade.
I know. So I told Jessica, so what they do is they have this kind of upgrade option, but you bid on it. So it's kind of like maybe you tell them, okay, I'd be willing to pay an extra $200 for this room, or I'd be willing to pay an extra $300 for this room. And probably if they don't sell it as it gets closer, then they'll be like, okay, we'll sell it to you for $200 or $300 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So we may get a window time this time. So that'd be cool.
Hey, that's a pretty good youth man deal. $200.
Yeah.
But I'm with Angela where it was free.
Nice.
Because it's like one of those things where they have to turn the ship around.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like on the way, they're like, yeah, we're just come along. So
nice.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. So we're excited. So we're gonna try going somewhere totally different, and it'll be a 7-day cruise. I'm gonna try to get some videos kind of created ahead of time, get them scheduled, and I'll be like, peace out, guys. We're just gonna go enjoy it. So, but it'll be our 25th anniversary.
Oh,
so, yeah, man.
Oh, awesome. Congrats, man.
Yeah. So,
woo. That's a long time.
Yeah, it is, dude. So we're excited.
That's cool, man. I think the last time I was on a cruise, it was out of Florida also. That was years ago. That was like 15, 20 years ago. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. I went to the same places.
Port Canaveral was about 3-hour drive for us.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we just drive over, hit that, park your vehicle.
We also got it for free, but it was one of those weird timeshare things. So we had to spend like 4 hours and some timeshare, blah blah blah. But then we got like a 4-day cruise with a window.
Yeah.
But yeah,
absolutely. I like the bubbles. Those are cool.
Oh yeah.
Joe's like, for real.
What was that?
What do you want to say to Techno? In the Techno Dad?
Hi, Techno Dad.
How about
you? Hi, Grace.
Hi,
how are you, Gracie?
Hi, Ealan.
Hi, Gracie.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, your family's awesome, man.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Techno Dad.
Hi.
See, they know Techno Dad. I talk to this guy all the time.
Yeah.
Somebody that says, yeah, I'm not sacrificing anything. I'm having fun. I'm still over here.
You're eating bubbles, it looks like.
Clearly. He's got to, get that, rinse out your mouth there, buddy. So a lot of soap stuff. Hey, you sent me an email, right, Ealan? Because I know you're building this.
I
did.
This
pictures out. Yeah.
Pictures. What was that, Mike? What was that camera you dropped 5Gs on?
The Canon R6, and then the I think it's a 15 to 35 millimeter 2.8. So it's like 2,500 for the body, and then another 2,500 for the lens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That was a hard pill, I'll be honest with you. So, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna invest in myself. So I'm glad I did.
Mm-hmm.
But because I've done a lot of sponsored things with it, and so I mean it's nice to be able to really have a really high end quality camera, some really good glass. So before I had this here, which was the Canon M6 Mark II.
Oh wow!
With a Sigma lens. This one was a 18 to 35 millimeter. So but it was a good little deal. I'd like to use this as my camera. I was trying to hook it up today. I got a dummy battery for it and was all ready for that. And then I go to plug it in, and apparently that's a wrong stinking HDMI. I'm like, really?
Oh yeah, you got to do sometimes it's a mini HDMI, and then there's also a micro.
I think it's the micro.
It's the micro. That's the micro too.
Right.
Really small thing. And even when you Google it online, they don't really specify. So you're like, okay, you're kind of guessing. So I guess I'm gonna order one of those. I'm gonna see if I can start using it here. So,
dang. How are you liking your FX3, Chana?
Oh, it's great. I'm using it right now.
Yeah,
it's being used with a full size HDMI. See, if I just pull this out, boom, it's gone. Right there it is. There it is. But yeah, it's pretty amazing actually. Which was I think it was like $4,000, and then $1,200 for the lens. So I use it a lot. I shoot everything 4K, 120 frames per second now. Do a lot of handheld B-roll. So yeah, the videos are looking legit. So, but you know, again, I didn't buy it until I had 100,000 subscribers though. That was my 100,000 subscriber gift to myself. Although I didn't even have an actual camera until 35,000 subscribts. I had my cell phone.
You rocked your cell phone for a long time, man.
Yeah, 417 videos with the cell phone.
Yeah,
is the exact number.
Yeah.
And then Joe's like, "Hey, you got to get a camera." So I got that camera. Where is it? Oh, it's over here now. I still got to sell it. It's that Panasonic that has crappy autofocus. So now I got a Sony.
Joe got you to buy a lot of stuff over the years.
I know.
Chana, but it doesn't take much. It's just like, Chana, you ought to buy it. He's okay. It's in my cart. I just checked out. He sends us a screenshot of the receipt.
I think the funniest thing is like when I was at Joe's place for the first time, like we shot a video. It like I was like 5 minutes of shooting, and I was just like, okay, that's it. And he's like, that's it. I'm like, yeah, that's it. It's like I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna bring all my stuff, and it was like a tripod, and then put my cell phone up. That was it.
How do you have subscribers, man?
Huh?
No, because you're just like a very simple operation you had going on.
Yeah.
With cell phone camera, but you had a slider, like a little mini slider.
Yeah,
like
the little guy. The little guy, yeah. 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 But yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And Joe's like, you already have like 35,000 subscribers. You might as well just buy a camera. I was like, okay.
For real.
Yeah.
And that's when I learned the easiest line with you, Chana, is, hey, treat yourself, man. You deserve
it. You deserve it. Oh, speaking of which, hold on.
Uh-oh. Oh, he has to close the door. Top secret.
I really have never seen a watch delivery like this. What is this?
What?
Like, this is ridiculously hard for a
like
watch.
Why? It has to come in that box. That watch that you get.
How big is this watch?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's a cool presentation.
It's crazy.
Man.
It's crazy.
Like it's like the size of a wrestling belt.
Like big watches.
It's got to be like giant. It's got to be like it'll be like a 2-hand watch. Like I got to walk around like this. Yeah.
Those things like
pretty massive. But let's see. So what I'm gonna toss up some pictures. Should I start off with the one with the couch? Where is? I don't even know. Or is it the ones with like the framing going up, or how about that?
Yeah, sure. Because that's kind of where I started, because I had to demo. There's a wall in the shed originally that just was going to get in the way, so I had to take out a wall. But then when I took out the wall, I had to then put in another wall, or another 2 walls, to make the side and the rear of the theater. Yeah,
So you got a little couch in there now.
Yep.
I do. Although, because the latest thing that I was doing after I painted the walls and after I put all the little speaker wall plates up, yeah, all those in the blue room. After I did all that, you can see there's still just a concrete floor. So I got a rug. I ordered a rug online. The room itself is 11 by 16.
Okay.
And so I got an 11 by 16 rug, but like red flag right away is when it arrived, I could actually carry it around just by myself.
Oh man.
So I was like, wait.
Is it 11 by 11 inch by 17 inches? Is that what happened?
Fortunately,
Just
it
for
was
like
at
real
least
thin?
it was big enough, but yeah, it was just crappy, and it was
Mm.
light, and they folded it, so there's this big old crease down the middle.
Gotcha.
So like, if you want to get a rug, I highly suggest just getting a rug local, so it's just a big tube, so it's not folded or anything, and all you got to do is unroll it.
Yeah.
But instead of that route, I ordered some carpet tiles, like the sticky carpet tiles that you can just put straight on the concrete. So those will be arriving hopefully by the end of this week. So that's the next step. Then
Very cool.
I'll get the couch back in there, get the speakers up.
Is this the I see all the wall plates and stuff here. Is this where your front stage is going?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the one in the middle, all those 3 plates in the middle.
Yeah.
That's where everything converges.
Okay, cool. So all the speakers, all the speaker wiring and all that stuff is there.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then you've got the front, right, and left, and then you got
height channels up there.
Height left, center right.
Oh, height left, center, center height. Does that mean it's Oro 3D?
Yeah, of course.
Is that what I'm saying?
I'm trying to make it so I can do anything that's possible,
Nice.
including any kind of Oro 3D. Like currently, I don't have a receiver that supports more than a 10.1 Oro 3D setup.
Okay.
But someday I'll have something that'll allow me to do tests
and you've got
some
the,
sort of
the
like
cabling
13.1
already set up for it. So
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
because it's all
Nice.
it's all there. All the cabling is behind the wall that I put in. So now I just have to do little speaker runs from all the various wall plates to
Spots,
the
right.
actual speaker.
Gotcha. And you got you got like three
I've got two
electricals there,
outlets,
maybe
two
to do what,
outlets
like a
and one-
subwoofer.
Yeah, the bottom plate, that silver one, is a dual XLR.
Okay.
Oh,
That for your subs?
Yeah.
nice.
So that way, because I've got another plate in the back of the room, also XLR.
Okay.
So that way,
That one?
yeah. That
Oh,
one.
okay, there. Oh,
So
okay.
if I have, because I don't want to run long RCA cables for subwoofers, because then you get interference. But XLR, you do like a couple hundred feet, and you're still good.
Oh, for sure. So somebody asked, are you doing a TV or a screen?
Just a TV. Yeah.
You're doing TV for now.
It's still going to be primarily just an audio testing space.
Oh, okay.
Although right now, because I'm currently staying in my brother-in-law's house, that's just like a half mile away from our new house that's being built. But he already had one of those curved LG OLEDs, like from back in 2016.
Oh yeah,
or
like
something.
2016 was the last year they did that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got one of those. So I'm going to put that in that theater, just because it's kind of hanging out, not really being used right now. So lucked out there, because it's a really nice TV still. I mean, say what you want about something that's was made in 2016. It still looks really nice. Really great.
I still have mine from 2016. It's in the guest room.
Mm-hmm.
It's there just in case I need to test to make sure that Zapidi and like a 3D MKV works, because it was the last year they did 3D. That was the last 3D OLED from LG. So
exactly.
Yeah,
I know. And just because it's 3D, I actually tested it out because I had honestly never experienced a 3D TV before.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a couple pairs of 3D glasses, and the only 3D movie that I own is Guardians of the Galaxy, and I popped that in. Honestly, it looks pretty darn cool.
You like it?
Some people hate it, but I was like, this pops, man. It looks I like the depth.
Dude, you know which one was awesome is Avatar.
Yeah,
3D
I could imagine
Blu-ray,
that
3D
cool.
Blu-ray. Yeah, check that out. Yeah, find that on Amazon. It's pretty cheap. We tried what is the other one? The other one, the Alice in Wonderland, I think, with
the one with Johnny Depp.
Yeah. That's a good one too. Yeah,
I think they should make like The Conjuring in 3D. That would be dope. You're like Dolby Atmos and 3D.
Oh man,
you'd be wet in the bed.
You know what? I think like it would be really cool to have Avatar. You know what? I should just do that in Oro upmix, because I think that would be awesome with 3D. Like, because just watching it when 3D was dope, and like all the like flying scenes and stuff like that. Oh, I gotta try that now.
Because James Cameron he's dragging his feet on re-releasing that in 4K, so you might as well just watch it in 3D. Why do you think there's no 4K 3D? It's still just Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
Just standard Blu-ray.
Do you think that's a file size issue?
Yeah, what about 4K makes it so they still don't make... Because they still do release 3D Blu-rays.
Yes.
Because after I realized my brother-in-law's TV was 3D, I just looked to see what's 3D nowadays. And they still do like major motion pictures and 3D Blu-ray releases. So that was a surprise to me.
Well, I think what happens is they're just kind of doing this like pseudo 3D and not actually using like a 3D camera, is what I've heard. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's all in post.
Yes. Yeah. Except for those like awesome ones from back in the day. Why are these ads showing up on my...
I was trying to see like why no 4K 3D.
Yeah, I tried looking at that too. Trying to find an answer real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they're not saying that it's like a file size limitation. It's not that. They just they chose not to make it. They're saying
you would think
if you don't have 4K 3Ds in theaters, it's probably never coming to us at home, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder
how possibility, but nobody's doing it.
When I was watching Guardians of the Galaxy, even though it's just standard Blu-ray, it actually looked really good.
Sure. So, I think you can still get an amazing picture out of a Blu-ray, especially if you don't have a massive screen. So like for me, I've got a 150-inch diagonal. 4K is definitely more beneficial than if you had a 55-inch TV. 55-inch TV, I mean, unless you're sitting at that thing like 3 feet, 1080p is going to look awesome on it,
Yeah, right.
So.
Yeah. Well, I am excited for this. Once my theater is done, because right now, right before I went on my SoCal vacation, I just got this influx of so much product all at once, just a big jump.
Right.
So now I've got all this like backlog of stuff I want to review. So I'm really excited about reviewing it, but I got to wait till my theater's done.
Yeah.
So hopefully 2 weeks tops, it's finally going to be finished. I can finally start doing reviews again. But one of those products is a preamp, and
cool.
I've never done a preamp before.
So who's that from? Chana just got his first one.
You have the Emotiva one?
No, I've got Iota AVX17.
Right. Yeah, is that the same as the Tone Winner? Pretty much, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The Tone Winner is 16 channel. This Iota AVX is 17 channel.
Oh, okay.
But they both have both RCA and XLR outputs.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit you up on that because what I really am interested in is how the room correction is, because I know it has like PEQ, certain amount of channels for the front, and then maybe a few. I mean, not channels, bands of EQ.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think the rear has less. Something like that. It's a weird configuration, but I'm kind of curious. So, have you gotten a chance to mess with that yet or not?
No, it's still in the box.
Is it the 17 channel one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
AVX17.
Correct.
I got it up on screen right now. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's like for home theater purists, because there's no like extra bells and whistles. There's no Wi-Fi. There's no Ethernet port. There's no Bluetooth. I don't think. It's just straight audio processing. Just Blu-ray, 4K Blu-rays that you put in there.
That's kind of exciting, because they're so more affordable than the other stuff that's currently out there. And I'm kind of wondering, like, would it make sense? Because right now I'm reviewing a studio monitor from Cali Audio. That's like $180 each, right? So they're powered, and they already like sound really good. So I'm wondering, like, would it be like, too far fetched to just one of these, and then for all the channels, instead of getting a separate amp, getting a bunch of powered speakers? I don't know.
Yeah.
You find power for each of them, but it might be an option. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that's how a lot of like big, post-production studios function, is that they have to have studio monitors because they want to have a flat frequency response. And like that's always intrigued me, is, just like your standard passive speakers versus active speakers in like a full-on Dolby Atmos or RO3D configuration. That would be a crazy test.
Yeah, it'd be a pain getting power to all 11 speakers or whatever you got, 16.
Yeah,
that'd be the challenge.
Right.
So it looks like it's what, 1475? Is this company's from the UK? Is that right?
It's well, you can see in the top left, you can change the currency. So it's actually just under $2,000 if you do US dollars.
Okay. I went into the conversion already. Like, oh, it's almost $2,000. Okay. Right. Interesting. Yeah, a lot of subwoofers. There was like 4 subwoofer outputs on this thing. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Subwoofer 1, 2, 3, 4. But hey, you can always add some in there. Might as well. As well. So that's cool. So I wonder what kind of room correction they use in this. Does it say?
Yeah, it's its own self,
EQ
it's
Flex.
their own.
Here it is.
Yeah.
It's a proprietary
system. Yeah.
The proven EX Flex calibration system adapts to the sound of the speakers perfectly to the surround space. Each of the 17 channels is optimally set and can be adjusted to personal taste using parametric EQ if required. 11 EQs are available for the front speakers and center, 7 for each other speakers, and 5 for each of the subwoofers. Oh, look at that. That's cool.
Well, there you go. That kind of answers Joe's question, since it's got some limitations with its parametric EQs. But just the fact that it has parametric EQs for each individual channel, that's pretty cool. Whatever kind of room correction you need to do.
I have a feeling I could do some magical beans on that, just because it has parametric EQ. As long as it has PEQ, I can do some work on it. I don't care what, need anything except for PEQ.
It has 2 channels for you to work with. Just kidding.
Yeah, Jake was saying we need Ealan to do a review of Joe's Magic Bean settings. Third-party review. Oh, snap.
Do one speaker, though, only. If it sounds awesome, then,
Your rear left Atmos channel is what he likes to do the best.
Like 6, 7, 8 hours.
That's a good one.
Yeah, when it's all finished, I need to invite you up here, Joe, so then you can.
Let's do it. No, actually, what you call it? The remote calibration, I can just do, remotely.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah, whatever, yeah, whatever makes sense. Yeah, but yeah, isn't that how Chana, didn't Joe do that for you, like remote Magic Bean stuff?
Yeah, I just needed the internet, and then like I had to go to the market and do some stuff, and I just get a text message from him saying I'm done. I'm like, oh, all right, then ran home and got back on the phone with him, and he's just like, oh yeah, okay, so let's do it. And so we just started going through like a bunch of music and stuff like that once we were done. So hey, pretty cool, man. I think it's great. I think there's a lot of people, like if you go and you're putting even this is just like a test theater, you got everything going, you got uh-oh, watch out, Joe, they're after us. I mean, they're after you,
Force is strong with this one.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
They get back.
That's funny,
man. That's funny. That's great. I think
calibration on his voice.
I think that's one of the things that could be like a really good, you've enjoyed, you made your theater room, you got some, acoustic paneling, you got everything set up properly, and then all of a sudden, let's just call up Joe, and then let's take it to another level, and then you just be like, whoa, wow, this sounds really good. What did you do? It was a little weird voodoo thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what you think about this pre-pro. What else you got in there that you're excited to check out or open up?
Oh, I finally just bit the bullet and got myself an Outlaw 7000X.
Yeah, very cool.
Because I've several times I've tried to reach out to them and they won't contact me back. So
yeah, but don't feel bad. I think we probably all reached out to him. I reached out a long time ago as well. I'm like, hey man, I've heard great things about your products. They seem like they budget friendly kind of mark. I think it offers a lot of value to the AV community, and don't hear nothing from them.
Wow.
Yeah, they sent me a 5,000.
Certain companies
back in the day, and I talked to their like engineer guy, and that kind of stuff. So.
Speaking of which, I have the OSD 7 channel, and they also send me a 3 channel.
Nice.
So
there you go. There's some options.
Yeah, we're gonna have that 3 channel in the amplifier shootout.
Oh, you are?
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna have one from the Basics amplifier, the A2 from Emotiva. We're gonna have the 3 channel from OSD, and then some higher end ones as well, just to kind of see, can we hear a difference between a $3,000 amplifier?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. That's my bet.
I've never heard any
very hard.
Yeah, I've never heard any massive differences.
You got to have some like magic ears.
We got money on it too, right?
I don't know.
That's up to you. I don't bet.
Who wanted to bet?
Somebody.
Ealan
Reggie. Reggie had money on it.
My guess is it's not going to be able to tell.
Yeah, and that's mine too.
Yeah.
I don't think there's one guy, he swears up and down he can absolutely, he said he's 90%. success rate at being able to tell amplifiers. And I'm like,
all right.
Oh.
I extended an invitation. I said, come out to M-Wave. I said, I'd love to just see it myself,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not coming.
Yeah. Speaking of hookups, does anyone have a contact for GIK acoustic?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mike does.
Well, all right. I say that the gentleman that I was working with no longer works there, and I cannot find the email because I think before he left, he was like, "Hey, here's your new contact," and I don't know what happened, but I don't even know who the contact is there now. That's always been the hardest thing, is just finding the right person to talk to.
Right.
Sometimes I'll reach out to him on LinkedIn, sometimes on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, because sometimes they have different people doing different social medias, and some of them are better than others at kind of responding. What was that?
I have no idea.
Nothing. Never mind.
Yeah, because I put up the just kind of ribbed acoustic panels, not panels, but acoustic foam that I just had left over from a little
studio,
small
right?
little mixing room. Little music mixing room I had many years ago, and it was such a small room that it worked out even with those crappy little pieces of foam. But I put up those same pieces in the testing theater, and they don't really do anything. So I'm gonna have to I reached out to GIK already, but they haven't gotten back to me. But I'm gonna see if I can get some panels from them, or I'll probably just have to DIY some panels. So that's gonna delay things a little further if I have to actually build them out myself.
Manufacture them.
Yeah.
Don Ford says he has 2 of the Outlaw 7000Xs connect to an AVM 70 for the center, surrounds, and Atmos, have monoblocks for left and right. Damn, all right. Outlaw is a great value for performance XLR or RCA, and under $1,000 each. Definitely, it's pretty good. It's very good.
Yeah. Because I've got I just got, just because in anticipation of me hopefully reviewing the Emotiva MC1, their new preamp, Emotiva they sent me an A7 and an A6 amp, so that way I can power all 13 channels. And so now that I have an Outlaw 7000X and a Basics A7, I'm gonna pit those two against each other and see if there's any sound difference, or obviously there's a difference in connections.
Eva, I'm emailing you, buddy. Where's he at?
Who are Nick? You? Oh, Nick at Emotiva, yeah.
You want over here? Make it happen, please.
I know. I've bugged him about the MC1 too.
He's asking about it, right? So it's like, how is this? I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
It could be. It could not. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I'm having the same luck. I mean, it right now, I just looked it up today, and it is in stock. But like, they must just sell out of them so quickly that they can't actually get some review.
To buy one. Don't make me do it.
just buy it, Joe. It's just a tax write-off, bro. Come on, let's go. Stop messing around.
Look, he's got a watch. Nice watch. I'm watch. What do you call watch spotting? Like 80% of the people who have watches are all wearing Apple watches, which is cool.
Yeah,
it'll happen. I don't know.
Something nice.
I gotta charge mine. I don't even. It's not working.
I know. Do any of the new, like those real fancy ones that Joe has been flaunting lately, do any of those have like Apple Watch functions as well? Do
like digital? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
They're more Yeah, they're timepieces. With digital or analog dials and mechanical dials. I guess not really analog, but
yeah, like the most advanced one, all it does is like it's like solar, so it gets charged by the sun.
Gotcha.
And what else? It has
Gotta
like
be made from Tesla.
It's to like whatever the world is. That's it. That's all it does.
Yeah,
I remember some hybrid watches out there.
Yeah, and those not even like the ones with more features. It's like the simple old school mechanical ones that are the ones that are most expensive because it's especially if it's like a chronograph. They have so many things going on with them, which is what makes it expensive.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway,
so many gears.
I'm gonna find somebody right now.
Uh-oh. Go get them.
Somebody right now about their watch.
Let's see what you can find.
Go ahead. You guys carry on. I'm listening.
Welcome to the Watch Spotting Podcast.
Disneyland. We're watch spotting at Disneyland with Joe and Tell.
That would be a good
Coming to you live from Disneyland.
What?
That's great.
I don't know. Is it?
Could be.
Let's see.
Watch it be some like 12-year-old kid or 14-year-old kid
wearing a Rolex.
Yeah. Who knows? I did a bunch of stuff for my Zapiti video, so I'm excited to get that finally like done. Hopefully, I got a DJ today from 6 to 9, and then I got to go on my graveyard shift at 11 p.m. So
I got a Submariner there.
This guy? Oh, look out!
Yeah. I spotted it.
Get him. Oh, he's on the phone, dude. Just kick him in the balls and grab it and run. Be like, what happened? It was
like a weird logo. I don't want to say anything.
What's your graveyard shift, Chana?
Oh, I work at a hotel type place, like a private residence club. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's like I've shot plenty of videos like in the lobby by the fireplace or at Christmas, they like deck out a tree. So like I'll have that in the background. Nice
little bokeh
like this stuff over here. I'll be like, it's 2 a.m. Nobody's here. I'll shoot a video. Or in the back, I'll bring in my 43-inch monitor, just have some Call of Duty in the background as I'm talking to it, because I might as well like maximize my time. So
the middle of the review, he's like, I gotta go catch that bear, get him out of the trash. He sends us videos and pictures of like him running outside, shooing off the bears.
Yeah, you can see me on the surveillance camera running out,
That's right.
making a bunch of noise. Yeah, crazy stuff. So yeah, man, I got a busy day, so I'm gonna write my script and go through all my footage and make sure everything's legit. Because I actually just did I installed the beta, so it has like the moving backgrounds. For like I think like 150-ish movies. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there. Yeah, for the Zapiti. So when you go into like it shows the cover and then the banner has like something animated. Like 1917 had like some explosions. The casino one was actually pretty cool. It's these dice, red dice. It's all like like floating down. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. The V for Vendetta, the guy's got he's got these little knife things and he's just doing this. I think the coolest one was Underworld. They actually had a looping video in it, and then they had like Kate Beckinsale's like she's standing there and like it's like wind is coming through and like it's moving her hair and stuff like that, and lightning strikes and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool. I think it's probably the only kind of, I think I don't think Plex does it. I think it's just specifically like Zapiti. They're trying to make it more. They make it a little cooler. Oh, and then the other cool feature is they actually have a 2.35:1 mode now. So for everybody rocking a scope screen, you won't have anything top and bottom. It won't be a 16:9.
So that's internally.
Yeah. So that was just installed with the beta.
Wonder what they're doing with that. Is it like a stretch kind of thing?
I don't know. It looks exactly like I tried it on my TV, so I got the big black bars.
Right.
And it seemed to work pretty well. So I know I've seen some people. What's that, say again?
I was just wondering what they're doing internally with that.
I don't know. Just putting it out, I guess, as that resolution, because what do you call it? People in the Facebook groups for the Zapedi, Facebook group is where I found out about it. I was like, oh, I thought they had already done that.
I mean, because the actual image is 16:9. So like in my setup, in order to fill my whole scope screen, I'm actually zooming in. So your gray bars are above and below the screen. And then that middle section is what's filling the screen. So I'm just curious how they're processing that. Is it along the lines of Illumigen? Because I don't even know how Illumigen works, but it's doing some video processing to fill the screen, like just using,
whatever the internal
math
scaler is. Yeah, exactly. They're doing math. Those bastards. Damn math. But I think it's definitely a good. Okay. Oh, there. Don says it has processing, because I was checking out a few things and hitting info on whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like the original is a 1080, because I was looking at like TV shows, and some of it was like, I hit the info button. It's like it's in 1080 by 1920, and then or 1920 by 1080, and then it's like output is 4K 23 frame per second. So I would imagine, it's got a built-in scaler, so it'll probably just scales it, and that's it.
Does it give you an option like to watch it 16:9 or
so it's in the well, that's just for the like menus and stuff, right? And the main display, whereas it'll put whatever movie in its own aspect ratio as the original. But as far as the settings and the full screen, because they're trying to make the the like movie wall that like Kaleidoscape have, so they'll do a 3 movie lines or 4 movie lines, or is it 2 and 3? I think it might be 2 lines and 3 lines in a 2.35 aspect ratio. So pretty cool.
Yeah,
I wouldn't use it until I get a theater space, but hey. Thank you, Tim Perry, for the $5 super chat. Top benefits of Zapedi versus Zydu. Kind of sick of going to my 4K Blu-ray rack and looking for whatever I have or don't have. Yes, I'm buying a super chat. Thank you, Tim, for the super chat. We appreciate it. As far as Zapedi versus Zydu, since I have both, I actually just bought a new Zydu for the kid. It's actually supposed to be delivered here. Because he's like, do you have that new Spider-Man movie? I was like, yeah, I bought it. I ripped it. Came in the mail. So like, just like, oh, you know what? Let me get him the Zydu. My only thing about the Zydu versus the Zapedi is the Zydu is like pretty light. Like I think I might drop it.
So the build quality probably isn't there.
Destroy the whole thing. Yeah. Other than that, everything else works fine. And since I have the Zapedi here with my 2 16 terabyte drives, and all of the stuff is set up as a share. So if I go onto the Zydu, which is a different system altogether, but I can just access the stuff and it'll populate everything, with the, with the directors, actors, like all this nonsense that you would normally get. So it's kind of cool. Even though I'm running it on a Zapedi, I can use the Zydu to display all the movies and stuff like that as well. So cool stuff. Gotta love technology. Yeah.
Dang, that's cool.
Yeah. And since I already have like a whole bunch of movies I've ripped, it's easy because I'll be like, oh, my dad's got that movie. All right, let's go on here and get it going. And then I put I did put a bunch of DSD and FLAC on there as well, so that if I need to use something in here for something that I'm demoing or reviewing, and or if I need it upstairs, it's all there. So kind of cool.
Yeah.
What is Tristan talking about here? Oh, by the way, for those of you that didn't know, I did not get pulled over by the sheriff of Mammoth.
That was funny.
Last week.
That was pretty funny how you dipped out like right at the same time. I was like,
I know, it was perfect, right?
Kind of like get scared, spooked away, or what? Man, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, hilarious. No, definitely. Although it was hilarious because the sheriff, or not the sheriff, but the chief of police, his last name in Mammoth, it is Davis. I'm sure he did it. And trust me,
quick Google.
He actually has pulled me over before. But he let me go. I was just like, oh man, sorry, I didn't know I was going 55. He's like, it's just 40 miles an hour. I was like, okay, sorry, bro. So yeah. But it's cool. I DJ a lot of the like the events around town. Like I have a employee party to DJ today at 6:00. And I made sure to get, chief of police and his girl out on the dance floor, so luckily for me, I just haven't gotten a ticket yet. So just fingers crossed. just keep making people dance, and they might pull me over, but they won't give me a ticket.
Is it still snowing there?
Yeah, actually we got a bunch of snow on Saturday. And then, so yeah, we got this brand new car 1 week after we picked it up. Things just covered in snow. It's very, very annoying. And we can't drive it because it has summer tires on there. So I'm like, I don't want to just buy wheels and tires for like a good 2.5 weeks and then have to switch them back to the summers again. So we're just kind of like, taking it easy on her. But yeah. But yeah, we're supposed to get another 2 days of snow. Yeah, this week. Yeah, look at that. What does it say? Sheriff Davis loves it when the beat drops. That's definitely for real.
You guys addressed the super chat already?
Yeah, I got it up on the screen here. High Finest 343 499 super chat. Thank you so much. Regarding Odyssey Mult EQX, if you use a shelf filter, do you typically turn off DEQ as well?
Like dynamic EQ
as well, since it's effectively doing the same thing. Thanks.
Well, it's not doing the exact same thing, right?
It shouldn't be, right?
Well, shelf filter means that I'm assuming that he's saying he's bumping up the bass, a certain amount.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Dynamic EQ does that, but it does it more at lower volumes than it does at higher volumes. At reference, It's actually flat.
Yeah, it's turned off.
Yeah, it's off when it's flat. So that's why they call it dynamic. So it's not the same. I mean, there could be a point where it is the same at one particular point, but never. It's not the same. I mean, I just interviewed Chris Kyriakakis, and he's one of the guys one of the co-inventors of Odyssey, and I think he's a big believer in dynamic EQ. I don't know that I am a fan.
I've always liked it.
I'm kind of curious, but the whole thing is when you turn down the volume, the bass goes up. The bass is higher in volume relative to the rest of the sound, right? To me, like when I turn down the volume, I'm trying to turn down the volume on purpose. I don't need it.
Yeah, I think the main reason though is that we hear bass a lot lower at lower volumes. So that's kind of why it's trying to compensate down there at lower volume.
I guess the way I think about it is like, why, in what cases do you want to listen at a lower volume, right?
Yeah. When the kids are asleep, yeah.
I don't need the bass to be up at night. And to lower it. So,
but like even a guy like myself, I typically don't watch movies at reference. Like never. I mean,
bullshit. You totally do. What are you talking about, bro?
I typically watch movies about -10 dB. Typically, we watched Spider-Man: No Way Home, and I looked over at my wife. I'm like, "Hey, Jessica, can I bump it up a little bit?" She's like, "That's fine." So I had it at -5, which is loud for me, but it wasn't like uncomfortable. It was actually really, really like I was grinning ear. That's a great demo, dude. It's a great
the like mirror situation when he's
was awesome.
That's good, huh?
Yeah, when he was up there with Doctor Strange, that was cool. That I got to go back and kind of I I even thought about going through that movie and just really kind of marking, okay, what are the really, really good scenes in this? Because I think there was a lot of, there's some great LFE scenes. I think there's some great Atmos scenes. So just definitely, it's one of those I'm glad I bought. Now the Batman, I wasn't
Batman. So that just dropped like at midnight, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it's on HBO Max now.
Yeah, HBO. That's right.
So I saw it in the theaters. I just wasn't impressed. You know, I didn't have any expectations going in. I didn't really watch, but maybe one trailer before because I didn't want it to kind of skew my thoughts of what it was going to be. It was okay. It was definitely different, way different than like the Dark Knight.
Than the Dark Knight, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were like, oh, I'm like, hey, it's dropping at midnight, and she's like, all right, well, let's try to watch it in the bedroom or something like that. And then we started getting on some other Netflix shows. Oh, we totally like just watched Bridgerton season 2. Man, you guys like colors that pop, period piece, cool music,
yeah,
a lot of drama. Bridgerton,
yeah,
all day long. Although, you know what, I'm not, you know, I've heard there's some bad, what do you call it? Bad reviews of that Halo show on Paramount Plus, but man, they put in a big budget, like the, you know, outfits, the spaceships, like all that stuff. It's pretty cool. And then I never played the campaign, so I don't know if the like story is like story. I just played the multiplayer, like just go shoot them up. But yeah, that was definitely a cool thing to watch. And then, of course, Amazon didn't mess up with my pre-order, but the delivery guy totally did. Instead of coming and delivering the stupid No Way Home, I guess it's fitting with the title, right? No Way Home. He didn't leave it at our doorstep like normal. It was in the office, and I just, you know, a few days later, property manager's like, "Hey, there's a package for you here at the office." I'm like, "Great! I bet you anything this is a damn movie." And sure enough, I'm like, "Why did they send it overnight if like they're not going to deliver it properly?" So I hate that nonsense. Damn you, Amazon. Have you seen anything cool lately, Ealan? Or are you just trying to get the house done?
Oh, yeah, not lately. Although, just because it's nationwide, very limitedly, I want to see that Everything Everywhere All at Once.
What's that?
It's an A24 movie about, you know, basically about a multiverse. Michelle Yeoh is the main actress in it, and I've heard it's just absolute bonkers, bananas, awesome.
Jamie Lee Curtis in it too.
It's like basically, it's what I would hope Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is going to be, or if they since the MCU is starting to delve into the multiverse, I really hope that they, you know, tap on this guy's shoulder who directed Everything Everywhere All at Once to possibly do something similar in the MCU, because that would be awesome. But I mean, nothing but rave reviews about it. Cool. So I'm really excited to go see that tomorrow.
Is that theater only, is what you were saying?
For now, yeah.
For now, okay. Very cool. Oh, yeah. Hey, Joe, High Finest 343 comes back with, thank you guys. So how much of bass boost do you apply? At what frequency bookends and how many dB? This is, I don't know if
I mean, the answer is that it depends on your room. The answer, yeah.
That's what I was gonna say, yeah.
Totally depends on what your room is. If you want to just mess around with it and see, you know, what you can do, you know, try it at I don't know, 120 hertz, right? Because that's where LFE starts.
Yeah.
So try 120 hertz and then try 3 dB up and 6 dB up and 9 dB up and, you know, 3, 6, 9, 12.
What do you think should be the content playing? You know, when he's trying this, should it be a movie? Should it be just like sine waves? Like, what do you?
You know what you can do is I'm just trying to think what you can do. Like simply, Maybe play some test tracks that you really know well, and listen on some decent headphones that you know are pretty good, and then take off your headphones and listen on your home speaker, and the bass should be somewhat similar.
Yeah.
Right. Somewhat. That maybe try something like that, and if you want to get real nerdy with it, maybe try playing pink noise through those headphones. Take off your headphones and then see how the bass sounds like. See how the tonality is. I mean, that's a real simplistic way to do it, but I would say that's better than nothing. And then see what you like,
Yeah. Oh, there's that good sine wave bass drop at the beginning of Lord of the Rings: Fellowship of the Ring. That one's, you already have that. That's easy enough.
Yeah, I would say something with repetitive bass though. Like how do you know? Like a thunderstorm, like how do you know how much bass that's supposed to have? I don't know.
Right.
But music is a little bit easier, I think.
Yeah, Croson says you have to have good headphones for that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Don't try it with Beats, otherwise you're gonna be at like plus 15, plus 20.
Blow
be all over the
place that way.
Yeah.
Too funny.
Yeah. What do you call it? Billie Eilish Oxytocin. Yeah, you try that. Yeah, so whatever tracks that you know like very well. I really like High Roller from the Crystal Method Vegas soundtrack or Vegas album from the 90s. That one. It's got some good low notes in there.
Speaking of sine wave sweeps, apparently Edge of Tomorrow, that Tom Cruise movie.
Oh yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow has an incredible sine sweep that it's like so intense that it has blown up subwoofers before.
Yeah.
It goes
you're
down
playing,
to like
I think it's 5 hertz. Yeah. I think it's like a 10 hertz or I'm sorry, 15, 10, and then 5 or something like that. Honestly, I've never been a huge fan of that. I mean, I've got more than capable subs to handle it, but to me, it's just you're playing a frequency, but it's not relatable to anything. You know what I'm saying? It's literally just a note, or maybe
it's just as a vibration, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool in a way, but I mean, just to shake your door, but I would rather have something like an explosion tied to that. Something that my brain goes, oh, okay, I know what that's
what
like.
That is. Yeah.
And let's recreate what would it be like if a car exploded 20 feet from me. I would rather kind of experience that than just these random. And the flip side of that, if you've got a less than capable subwoofer, that joker sounds like a fish out, like flopping on the water. I mean, it's garbage, like straight up garbage. So
garbage.
I'm serious, man. And I've even had some what I would consider pretty capable subwoofers, and they struggled big time with that. If you're trying to run it, pretty high, like close to reference. So it's one of those things that I'd rather use, something from a movie scene than that. But definitely it'll test your subwoofer, that's for sure. And if you want to rattle your windows or your door or
at Perliston, Michael, that's the best one I've found that you've showed me.
Yeah, the Perliston would easily handle that. Sure.
No, that one track though.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Oh goodness, what was that called?
16-bit hollow.
Yeah, Hollows, I think is the name of that. So that was definitely interesting.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. High Finest asks if we're gonna put together a multi QX tutorial. I mean, I think Joe's already made courses on it. You can also just get him to help you.
Currently working on it. As you can tell, I'm very busy.
I know, dude. You got to walk over to Frontierland.
I know.
It's tough, bro.
Hey, you got to have fun once in a while, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's nice to get away. That's for sure.
But yeah, I definitely want to get that out ASAP. But man, a lot of reviews that need to be done. Time sensitive, or I owe people some videos because I've had their stuff for so long. So
you owe people? Like, what does this mean, dude?
2 years is a bit long, bro.
Are Vito and Guido gonna come by and break your legs if you don't get this video out? Is that what you're saying?
They'll be swimming with the fishes.
That's right.
Yeah, it's bad when the company comes out with their next series of speakers or subwoofers,
And then you're still working,
and he's still working on the last one.
That's hilarious. It's almost on that level.
Right. You've got the SVS, what is it? SB 2000 Pro. The Pro 2 is coming out next week. You need to hurry up, bro.
That's funny.
That. Oh man.
I got a question for you, Mike.
Yeah.
I have yet to do this comparison, but it's kind of known somewhat that Disney releases of 4K Blu-rays tend to be mastered a little bit quieter than every other major studio out there. But Sony is technically releasing all the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
When you listen to No Way Home, do you have to, raise the volume a little bit, or is it just it doesn't have the Disney syndrome?
Yeah, somebody asked me that in the chat. They were like, "How did that sound with your subwoofers?" Dude, it was amazing. There were several times I looked over at a friend of mine, and I'm like, "Dude, that was incredible, freaking incredible." So, but again, I want to go back and I was watching it more for just the movie and the experience and everything.
Right.
But I want to go back through and kind of like pick out some like scenes and okay, this would be great for this if you want to test out your subwoofers, or this would be a good Atmos track, or a scene. So, but yeah, there wasn't, for the most part, I can't think of any scene that I was like, man, I wish I had more bass there. It was solid.
Dang, that's cool.
But yeah, a lot of times some of the Disney tracks, are produced by Disney. They kind of neuter the bass a little bit. So you're like, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
maybe that could be just like for streaming kind of thing.
I don't know. I mean, people say on the, even on the physical media, they're doing that. I haven't done any. Yeah, I haven't done any like testing of it.
So I've heard. Yeah.
But I see those same comments too. They're like, man, wasn't what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
And partly that's why some of the guys do like the BEQ, the bass EQ, and to try to bring some of that's been taken away. But so,
right. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Very good.
Joe, you probably need to get back to your family, man.
I'm good. I'm just walking.
They're just they're trying to get to the other side of the park, man. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta plan this stuff out. Get some comfy shoes and all that. But I mean, I do need to go. I gotta get over to the venue and gotta work.
More balloons. They got more stuff.
More bubbles.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. See, that's my sister Marnie.
Hi.
But we call her Annie.
That's right. Because I ball out.
She balls out hard, right?
I ball out hard every time.
What happened? Wait. What's the nickname?
Huh? My sister Marnie. But we call her Aunt Money.
Aunt Money. We all missed that. I got you.
Okay, yeah, we missed that.
Baller.
All right, cool.
What?
All right.
Shauna don't got nothing on her.
Oh no, got nothing.
They pre-planned like how much they're gonna drop today. They're like, you know what? We're gonna drop this much.
We're doing cardio, not cardio.
We got
credit cardio.
Credit cardio. I like it.
Wow.
Yo, what's up, Michael Wyckoff? What's going on, buddy? Yeah, they're like, okay, we've got 1,000 for food, 2,000 for souvenirs, right? $100 for parking. They got it all planned out.
That's good for me.
That's like me going to Vegas at CES. I'm like, okay, I got I'll be there for 5 nights. I got $100 per night for gambling. just in case.
One more zero on that last time. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't gamble though, so it's all good.
You?
Huh?
I'm talking about you.
And you. Me? Oh, maybe. It all depends.
I'm just trying to get you in trouble.
Speaking of which, what's up? Do you guys want to jump into the after show now? We're at 5:15.
Yeah.
Oh,
go.
I gotta take off. I can't.
Okay.
I'll hang out. I know you got to go, Chana, and Joe, you got to get back to your family.
Hopefully we talk Ealan, because last time, like, let the guy talk.
Well, I won't be able to participate in the after show today.
Oh yeah, no.
He's saying tonight.
He just means in the main show. I think. Yeah. I think you did a pretty good amount of talking, explaining. You had a lot of stuff going on, and I can't wait to see how your room comes out.
I think it's cool you're documenting that on your channel too. So I wish I would have done that, like through my whole build process and all the changes I've done. You know, just looking back, I did a good job at writing that out in like the AVS forum and doing a build thread. But man, I'm like, man, there's so much content and just so people could just see, okay, how was that done? I get people ask all the time, you know, how did you build your screen, or how did you build? Well, we were so busy building it. I mean, we spent 104 hours in 7 days constructing it. And that was already, my friend had already built it. We just had to assemble it. And it still took a solid week. So it really wasn't possible.
I know. I've got to keep reminding myself. I'm somewhat in the habit, but every once in a while I still forget. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to be documenting this.
Yeah.
To just have that mindset.
Yeah. And don't even worry about, like, you know, sometimes we get caught up on, you know, all the technical stuff that, you know, sometimes it's just literally the content. They just want to see, what did you do? What did, you know, what problems did you run into, and how'd you overcome that? And those types of things. That's just real relatable. So, and I wish I did a better job at doing that. So I think the more you can do that through your journey and bring people along that journey, you know, I think the better.
Right. Yeah, this will be the first dedicated theater I've ever had.
That's awesome,
on my own. So I'm really excited to see how it sounds.
That's gonna be cool, man.
Right.
I'm excited for you.
And if you guys haven't been to Ealan's YouTube channel, I just dropped a link in chat. So make sure you check that out. And if you want to become part of the cool Patreon fam, make sure to go to patreon.com/Daily HiFi to get into the after show, which is starting in just a couple of minutes. On behalf of myself, Michael, Joe, and our guest Ealan, you guys have a good night. And for those that aren't patrons, we'll see you next week. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.